Welcome back
We're
to
here with a
episode
new
3
episode of
of
Katawa,
Doki Doki Literature Club.
off the press, brand new,
Uh,
episode 3.
uh,
And we're continuing off. Kevin,
what?
I hope you have a bigger significance in today's episode.
I got a big what?
I hope you get a bigger significance in today's episode. Alright, let's continue.
Alright.
Alright, it's odd. At the hospital, I had 24 hours of a day of free time, but here, filling the considerably shorter hours feels difficult. Everyone else leaves, and I'm left alone with the teacher. Muto is examining the assignment sheets we were looking on earlier, marking them with a red ball pen. Raising his eyes from his papers briefly, he notices me and furrows his brow. What is it, Nakai? I jump at him addressing me, but I guess it's natural to spark some conversation since there is nobody else around. Nothing. Thinking about what I do after school. The teacher slowly puts the cap on the pen as he is holding and arranges his papers into a stack, clacking it against the desk twice. He seems very methodical, and for a brief moment, I'm reminded of Shizune, but the teacher is more unhurried and relaxed, much more routine. Wait. Oh, there we go. You have no plans? No. I consider joining a club, but don't know what kind of club it would interest me. Observe a meeting of someone else's club. Might pique your interest. Well, I guess. But I don't know how to continue from there. Bateau looks at me in a way that makes me quickly want to take the words back to avoid a conversation. But I can't, so I have to forge ahead. I just don't know how to deal with people. I mean, the other students. I'm talking to people and everything, so it's not that I be isolated or anything. I just don't know what to think about their disabilities. It's like, it feels that I'm being impolite if I pay attention to them, and it's weird to ignore them. Damned if I do, and most certainly damned if I don't. The teacher scratches his cheek absent-mindedly, looking very unresponsive. These things are only an issue if you make them one. You know, you can talk normally with someone, even if they're blind or something. Try to look behind the superficial. There's not a single student here who isn't just a normal kid behind whatever they might seem at first glance.
Oh, when are we gonna meet that fat kid? I just remembered him. Remember that fat kid in the back in the first episode?
Yeah, watch him, like, be in the background of most of the art in this game. He's just be lurking in the background.
I kinda wanna go down his route. Alright.
He says the same thing as Yugo did. I know they're right, but it's hard. How can you not consider, for example, Shizune's deafness when the only way to communicate with her is to talk through Misha? Or Hanako. It's not like you can ignore her face. But... Dang!
Who's this?
What was that?
Who's this?
I bet it... Shizune. I bet it's Misha. I'm interrupted by the door of the classroom suddenly slamming open. Oh my god.
Shoot.
Now I'm skipping it.
Teacher!
Misha crashes in, hands straight, in an enthusiastic greeting. Her voice loud and lively enough to wake the dead from their graves. Yeah, you woke me up. She starts towards the teacher's desk with her bouncing step, hands energetically swinging with the rhythm. Muto, visibly dismayed at the interruption, and Misha in general, slumps in his chair. Yeah, that's me right now. Mikado, stay away from me. Misha stops in her tracks and looks around cluelessly, as if she's sensing from his tone that something's wrong but has no idea what.
Yes?
We talked about volume control before.
Yes?
Chill with the volume. Fucking idiot. But she doesn't lower her voice at all. And the teacher just rubs his eyes. What is it?
We need your help. We are running out of supplies
No.
for the festival stands. This is a distress.
She waves a pink slip of paper she's holding around. That's attention. You've earned that. Oh my god. So go get more supplies from the art room. What's the problem with that?
Plywood! Plywood is always the problem. Last time we wanted more, there was only a little, but that time we took it all and went with it. Now there's like none now now there's like none left there. So do you know where there is some?
I don't understand. How would I know?
Shichan! I was the president. Me and the president thought that the teacher would know if there is plywood. Wasn't she wrong?
Matilda looks like he's in great pain. Founding with his entire essence, Misha doesn't get it at all. You know, this chair's quite comfortable. I don't want to move. Looking at the two of them communicate is terrible. Like looking at a man being tortured by drilling his skull open while blasting pop music at full volume at the same time. It's like when I'm with Kevin.
I played.
No, I'm afraid I have no idea of... No.
Yeah.
No, you see, that's why the mute button was in there. If there is any plywood in the school, let alone where it would be if there is any.
Oh, what should I do?
Get away from me. How about you perhaps try to find Mr. Nomiya? I'm quite sure he'd know where to find anything you need. You have to pry him from his cold, dead hands. That's a different matter. Not one I'd be willing to mess with.
We are so busy.
She holds her head with both of her hands, looking as despairing as it's possible for a person like her. Without even noticing, she comes to the note she's been holding against her hair.
I shouldn't even be fetching these things. There's so much to do and we are falling behind the schedule.
Well, this chair's pretty comfortable. I don't want to move. I look at her gravely, and then back at me, and I suddenly smile. You know, smiling doesn't really fit his face. I think it'd be better if he didn't. Wonder if you can get temperate. No, don't do this to me. Please. I come to you for help, and you do this. He switches to staring at me focusedly with a hard expression, as if trying to say, how about you go out and make some friends?
No.
I say,
That's not.
no.
I don't like that.
No.
I never liked that.
No.
No,
I guess I could
as
give
soon as
you.
he starts smiling my way, I'm out. I'm out before he even finishes his sentence.
Yeah. As soon as he smiles, I'm like, yeah. I'm gonna do my
You can?
my signature
You are
escape.
really nice.
She pauses, does a double take, and points at me with her finger, yelping, and looking very puzzled.
What's up with you? Come to think of it, what's he
What?
doing here? Class is over. You should be having fun. Did class just end though?
We just had a little chat.
No. Oh no, it's not detention, is it? Are you in trouble, Hee-chan?
I'm not.
Is Hee-chan in trouble, teacher? I you just said I'm not.
He's not. He will be if you don't go with her. The toe sighs deeply, and I feel that I have to help Misha to get her off the teacher's back. So what do you need?
Here's a list. I can try to find the plywood from somewhere if there's none in the art room.
You realize this list is extending out of the classroom window, right? She offers me the note she's holding. I take it, hesitating at this length. You know, I said I'd help you. There's no implications whether I'm joining the council or not.
Aww. Still, thanks,
Yes.
Hee-chan. Try to be quick. We
No.
are in a stall building streak
No.
now. We must hurry.
Yes. No. She bounces out of the classroom, leaving me and the teacher looking at each other with something that feels a silent agreement. We already have an Akai. Finally have something to do now. I'm gonna kill you in another round. Please don't look so smug. Looking at the list with a number of items ranging from paint to plywood, all written with small, neat handwriting that is undoubtedly Shizune's, I heave the heaviest of all sighs. I'll be going then. Waving the long list. Yeah, long list. Long list at the teacher. I exit to the hallway. The classrooms closest to ours are designated belonging to classes 3-1 and 3-2 on the right side and 3-4 on the left side, each door looking exactly the same. Further down the corridor, still with identical doors, are rooms that I didn't think were used for classes. I guess the art room is not a classroom as such. I carefully push open the furthest door and peek in. It's a classroom, but it seems rather badly kept or not in use. Am I in the right place? Desks, chairs, all around the room. A thin layer of dust settled on them. There are some easels in the corner, so at least this looks like the right place. The room is flushed in sunlight from the big windows, shadows creeping all over the desks. Specks of dust are dancing in the stagnant air, making the beams of light almost visible. Jokingly, I call an empty room. But something catches my eye. And as a result, I stop the sentence. Oh my god. Sitting on a desk is a short-haired girl, curiously wearing a boy's uniform, with a fork between her toes, a morsel of food stuck firmly on the end. This odd way of dining seems to be caused by her apparent lack of hands, but her presence here is what makes me be blown back even more. How did I miss her before? She's sitting on a corner very still, but I still somehow took her as part of a furnishing or a statue at first glance. I'm not being too observant today, as a whole. This girl seems to be frozen in place, staring at me with her huge eyes like a rabbit in headlights. She's staring at me, her mouth wide open, ready to accept the fork. I'm staring at her, my mouth wide open, suddenly remembering, I didn't finish my sentence. I'm trying to think of, I should. This weird stalemate keeps us both stunned in silence, punctuated only by the wall clock ticking rhythmically.
Who's voicing her? Wait.
I guess you are.
How many do you have and how many do I have? I have Misha.
I have like...
Shizune doesn't really count. I have the no legs girl.
And you have this one.
Now I have.
Now who do I have? Main character.
Well, I also got Bradley.
Hanako, Lily. Muto.
Yeah, then I'll voice her. Hello?
She does not sound like that. This girl stuffs the forkful in her mouth and is now staring at me expectantly while chewing. This is a bit awkward. Hi. I was told to pick up some supplies from here. For some festival stalls, I think. I didn't think there would be someone here.
There isn't. That's why I came here too.
You better sound less excited. She picks up the forkful. Doesn't that mean you're here then? She raises her eyebrows as if she was suspecting my observation was false.
You are pretty observant. I guess it does. But who are you?
You better sound less excited. The girl's pretty straightforward, isn't she? I'm Nakai. Hisao Nakai. I just transferred in on Monday.
I'm Rin. Tezuka Rin. Rin Tezuka. I won't shake hands with you, but at least we know who we are now. That's very nice.
Her deadpan manner of talking. Keep that in mind, Kevin. Deadpan.
I did not know she was deadpan.
Deadpan.
Alright.
Look at the expressions, man. Come on.
Well, she has that expression now, you nut!
Anyway, her deadpan manner of talking makes it hard to determine whether she's joking about shaking hands or not. It kind of bothers me. Joking about these matters doesn't feel appropriate at all. I'm trying to figure out what's appropriate and whether this girl is. She seems to have lost interest in me and is now gazing yearningly back at her food.
Can I continue my lunch?
Wait, hold up.
What?
Wait a minute. She's barefoot.
Yeah.
She better put some damn sandals on because she's standing on the
Oh my
If I could scroll down, I would.
God. Can I continue my lunch? If you don't mind me, I won't mind you. If you need to get your
You better wash
stuff,
those feet.
supplies are at the back.
How you know? Go right ahead. But lunch? School's already over for the day.
What word would you use then? There was no word for a meal you eat after lunch, but before dinner, right? It bothers me very much too, but I don't really know what I should say.
You know, I don't think you are supposed to eat a meal between lunch and dinner to begin
What's
with.
stopping us though? But I'm hungry now and my delicious box lunch would go to waste otherwise. I have curry. It's very delicious.
Wait, Kevin.
What? What is
It's
it?
like your noise was like popping.
Really? I have...
Wait, are you breathing in the mic again?
No. I'm not having the mic near me. Because I'm using earbuds.
Oh, yeah, that's right. With much decisiveness, Ren once again picks up the fork. Oh my god. Between her toe. Oh my god.
Maybe she's still sitting. Maybe
Is that
she's
toe
still
jam?
sitting.
Oh my god. And without. With at least as much impoliteness, she points it to me.
So, Nakai, what brings you to this place?
Like I said, I was told to look for these things.
No, the school. From outside you look fine. Is your problem inside?
I come to a full stop, opening my mouth, but not getting word out. I
can guess. I am good at guessing. Better than most people.
gotta see this. Ren cuts me off before I can answer a question, or skirt around it somehow. I don't know which I would have done. I froze in front of this issue again. I haven't even told anyone here about my condition, or maybe it's only because it hasn't really come up. I do get the feeling that not making issues is part of the whole social code here, as the teacher said. You know, I wonder if the people here could relate. Probably not any better than any normal person would. I can't relate to Jizune's circumstances, or Lily's either. Naturally, while I go through this in my head, Rin keeps considering what my condition could be with an overtly contemplative look on her face. She puts her fork between her lips and leans back, looking at the ceiling as if the answer is written up there. A beam of light illuminates her face from the window side, creating a mask of dark shadow on the other side.
I don't think it's anything in your head, and something in your guts would be boringly ordinary, like this lunch of mine, and less delicious. The problem must be in your pants. Up,
Oh, I'm
that's
gonna
it. I'm
kill
calling
you.
the cops.
This messed up Sherlock Holmes wannabe ass looking kind of statement and the sheer lack of tact. It was delivered with catches that completely catch me off guard. I think I might have even reeled back, blown back once again, physically, as Rin's eyes widen in revelation and astonishment.
So I was right. There's something wrong with your tackle, isn't there?
The fuck is a tackle? Still partially in shock, but recognizing the need to reply something, I spit out the first thing that comes to my mind. There's something wrong with your head. And clean up that damn toe jam. Look, there's nothing like that. I have a heart problem.
You're just adding your own pieces of dialogue.
No, he's imagining it. I know it. He's betraying us. You know, I said it. More like blurted it out, but I said it. Yeah, he said it, Kevin. The girl in front of me purses her lips together and glowers at me, looking very disappointed.
How boring. Trouble in the pants would have been much more scandalous.
What's with this reaction? I'm not sorry to let you know.
I forgive you. Just, I collect
Not.
people, and a person with, you know, that kind of problem would have been really great. Excuse me?
What kind of fetish are you? What? collect people?
I'm interested now.
How do you collect a person? He's a killer.
People with different problems.
They call her the no arm harm. So you just go around asking people what's wrong with them.
Pretty much.
Alright, I'm calling the cops. Like, I see.
Stay in this classroom. They'll be with you shortly.
With little left to say, Rin resumes her lunch, and the conversation dies away. But I keep thinking about what was said. It's the first time I told anyone else about my condition. All of the other people have either known about it already, or heard about it from someone else. Or didn't need to know about it, like every other student here so far. Should I have told it as a natural part of introductions? Is it expected of me? Hi, I'm Zhao, and I have a serious heart condition. Am I supposed to go around introducing myself from now on? As for disabilities would define us, what a disgusting ass thought. Or maybe this Tezuka girl is just an unnatural interest in such things. Just walk to the back of the room to pick up the items on Misha's list. Chance opens to study Rin from the corner of my eye. Her hair is a burnt auburn, almost orange, and cropped short. Long hair would probably be impossible with no arms. The boy's uniform and lack of arms made her look very thin, almost scrawny. She's not particularly pretty except for her murky green eyes, which flicker restlessly from below her short bangs, even when she eats. The distance and the shadows make it seem like they don't reflect sunlight at all, but instead absorb all of it within them like deep wells. She moves her feet almost as deftly as a normal person would use their arms. However, I can see how this sight can discomfort people, especially while eating. It makes me a little bit uncomfortable at least. I hesitate to think about the word unnatural, but it's too late now, isn't it? I keep searching the cabins and shelves for Misha's things, but after enough time passes, the silence grows too uncomfortable, so I try to force some conversation out of this strange girl. So do you always eat alone and this late, or do you get the occasional visitor?
Visitors? Maybe you are my first occasional visitor, but I don't always eat alone either. Sometimes I eat with a certain person on the roof, if she's not horsing around.
Horsing?
She likes to do sports.
Wow.
Oh, that's the no-leg girl. I don't know what her name is, though.
Emmy.
Emmy.
And that's all I can think of to say. Both of us fall silent again as Ren forks the last bits of her meal to her mouth.
Oh, it's a perfect match.
I look down at my haul and double check it with Misha's list. It seems I have everything except what's outside the window. So I think I have all the things that's relevant now.
That's very nice for you. Don't feel obliged to stay. I was about to take a nap anyway. You need to do whatever you are going to do with that
was
stuff
a good
anyway,
line.
right?
Are you kidding me?
Or perhaps you like to watch female individuals sleep.
See, why are you putting your own lines in? Are you kidding me? I'm not sure what to make of this, but Rin looks serious. Even if I did, I think I have to be going.
Where's Kenji?
I'll, Okay, sure. No, Kevin. He never leaves his room. He never leaves his room.
I miss him already.
You can call me Rin, because I'm not going to be calling you Rin, because I'm not going to meet you.
What's going on?
Oh my god.
I feel that
What
our
happened to you?
relationship is at this point good enough to warrant this much.
So I was already turning away to make my exit, but she draws me back in. Fine then. I'm Sal.
Then you are.
That I am. And I say goodbye. Well, Rin looks at me hard in the eyes, but that intimidating feeling you get when someone stares at you isn't there. It's like she's actually not looking at me at all. She blinks a couple of times, and I can't figure out why a pause like this just popped up between out of us in nowhere.
See you later, Hisao.
There's something like a tiny smile on her face. Maybe.
Yes, yes.
No.
I love deadpan. Yes, 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 yes.
What?
Yes, 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 yes.
What?
Alright, let's keep going. Don't mind
Are you
me.
sick?
Don't mind me.
You got Tylenol? I quietly back out of the room. As I shut the door in front of my face, I whispered to myself, "What a person." From inside, what? I hear a muffled sing-song voice.
Uh-oh, I gotta
Go
say-
away.
Oh, I heard that. What did you hear? Hello? Are you dead? Hello? Hello? I jump at the sudden appearance of Misha.
Kevin, I'm right here.
Oh.
Oh my god. Everything's fine. I jump at the sudden appearance of Misha, who I had not heard approaching despite the completely empty hall. Yo, what the heck?
She's a ninja.
Somehow she had gotten jumping distance of me without making a sound. Creepy. It really reminds me of Kenji's nutty theory
Kenji.
about a global feminist conspiracy, but I pushed that thought aside. Shizune, standing slightly behind Misha, looks aloof, as she couldn't have heard the remark that drew Misha's attention, but Misha herself is visibly excited.
No, wait. More importantly, who is in there? There's no club meetings today.
Uh-oh.
Don't look.
She tries to curiously peek past me, even though the door prevents her from seeing anyway.
Yo, what are you doing?
And what are you doing here?
Uh-oh. Alright. Sorry. You took so long that we had to come check what's wrong. That's no good, He-chan.
She wags her finger at me, scoldingly.
I found plywood, but everything else is still missing because you are tardy.
Well, I'm actually looking at her. That's the angriest I saw her be. Oh, sorry. I got the things here. I was just gonna bring them.
I think you were up to some mischief, He-chan. Who is in there with you, I wonder?
No, don't.
You don't
It's
have
not what it
to.
looks like.
Yo,
I
she's
swear
gonna
to
jump out
God.
the
I swear to
window.
God. It's not.
She's gonna climb on
Oh,
the.
she
She's gonna climb on the walls.
Rin, run!
She's gonna open that door and she's not gonna be in there. I bet.
Use the feet to break your fall. Misha signs something quickly
Yo,
to Shizune,
yo, Shizune,
pointing
don't do
at
it.
her own ear a couple of times. Don't do it. Immediately pushes her way past me.
She's not gonna be in there.
You're so weak.
She's not gonna be in there.
You kidding me? I just laugh. She's taking a nap, you nit. I can only imagine the shock she's experiencing. Shizune's diligence and attitude, the insolence of daring to deface school property by sleeping on top of it must be— oh god. And indeed, she stares at Rin, frozen in place apart from the slight but noticeable trembling of her shoulders, from surpassed rage from Sir. Yo, I swear Shizune has beef with every girl she... Instead of blowing up, Shizune takes a few deep breaths, adjusts her glasses, slams the door shut. Damn! Turning to sign furiously at Misha,
Dang.
doing the Naruto signs I see. Oh! Maybe she did blow up, but I can't understand it. She shoots a very loaded stare at me too, if it was somehow my fault that Rin is sleeping on one of the tables.
Not my fault.
I hope he's not getting any funny ideas about the reason of my tardiness.
Hello?
Oh no. Rin's voice comes from the other side of the door. It takes a few eyebrows. Wait, she can't open doors. How's she open that one? She might have trouble opening it. I open the door to find Rin directly behind it, looking at us like a half-interested, half-sleepy face.
Oh, hello.
And goodbye.
Miss Tezuka, what do you think you were doing? You absolutely are not permitted to use school property for such, disgraceful activity. Sure is suddenly very crowded in here. I didn't know I was this popular. Ooh, throwing
Oh,
shots.
here we go again.
Throwing shots.
Here we go again, guys. It's hard to say whether she's happy or unhappy about this turn of events. At any rate, she ignores Suzune and Misha's scolding, so they have no choice but to drop the issue. Suzune taps Misha's shoulder, points at Rin, makes some quick signs.
Ninja signs. Popularity aside, please don't do that anymore. Anyway, how is your project going? Will it be done for the festival?
Rin looks at them blankly, apparently at ease under the pressure Suzune's cold stare is putting on her.
I keep wondering about that myself too. And? We'll think about it harder.
As Misha signs to reply to Suzune, her face turns into an unsatisfied frown.
Miss Tezuka, please try to take this seriously. It'll be a disaster if the wall looks like someone threw up their lunch onto it.
Rin nods assertively.
We'll think more seriously.
In my sleep. Misha actually giggles at that, but Suzune doesn't. Not even after translation. Just shakes her head, takes the materials from me, takes off with Misha in a tow. Rin frowns thoughtfully as she looks after the retreating student council duo.
How rude.
I know, right?
It's true though. I must finish my project before the weekend. There will be dire consequences if I don't. The end of the world as we know it. Like weekends usually are,
God.
but more dire. Much more dire. Maybe I'll postpone my
I
nap
love this game.
to unforeseen future.
I'm about to ask what project she has and what are the apocalyptic consequences, but she walks back into the art classroom.
Since you have nothing to do, would you give me a hand? Or we're going back to Rin then. This paint can...
Wait, but you don't have...
What?
No, I just
Oh,
keep
I
going.
see the joke. You're funny. This paint...
What?
This paint can... This
What's
paint
wrong
can
with you?
doesn't fit into my bag, but I need it.
She looks likely at a huge can of paint that's lying on the floor next to the table she was sitting and sleeping on. Let's have a dull clang. Clang. Being the gentleman I am, naturally pick it up. Up. Heavy. Yeah, sure. Where do you need me to take it?
Away. Away where?
And with that, takes off to the hallway. And the paint can following since there's little choice for either of us. The hallway's quiet and empty now, with Shizune and Misha gone. So we two leave toward the stairwell at the other end. Every 10 or 15 or 20 steps I have to change the can from one hand to another because the thin handle cuts into my palm. At least it keeps my arms from tiring too fast. Rin strolls on beside me with an uneven pace that I have trouble matching. Or maybe I'm walking weird because of the extra weight. It seems that one of us is constantly walking too slow or too fast, and I can't figure out which. 2 flights of stairs below, trouble appears in the form of the head nurse. Oh no.
Yes, my dude. Ah, Mr. Nakai, what a happy coincidence. Tezuka too, of course.
No.
He not... Oh.
He nods courteously to Rin, who does not acknowledge him back. Then turns to me because obviously it's me we had some business with.
There is something I forgot to mention on Monday.
What?
Watch it be a life-threatening warning and you didn't tell me that and I could have died?
I nod and wait impassively because I can't even begin to guess what he forgot. The feeling of the handle delving deeper into my skin doesn't make me feel enthusiastic about this interruption either.
It's about your medications. Since you haven't been that long on your current medications, there might be some unexpected side effects, which might require adjusting dosages or even changing to another kind of medication. So we will do a few tests regularly. But what I'd want is for you to keep an eye on everything in your condition that feels off, if you get what I mean.
This
Nausea,
purple-headed
headache,
rock.
anything. And come see me if something happens.
Alright.
So, how are you? Everything fine?
Oh, Brock opens his eye.
When he opens his eye, his true
I give
power is
up
revealed.
and drop the can to the floor before answering him. Apparently, this takes longer than my biceps can handle. I'm about to say something generic as an answer, but then I realize how often I've done that lately. Other people have asked me about that too. Teachers and students here. My parents, visitors, nurses, doctors at the hospital. Everyone seems to be concerned about that. It's natural for a hospital, not so much for a school. Except this school. This is a small school, and both the student base and the faculty seem to be very tightly knit. At least, that's the feeling I'm getting. And this is not the kind of school that gets transfer students too often. The thought sends shivers on my spine, but I give a generic answer anyway. ... The best generic answer in a fictional word.
That's great. Also, one other
Are
thing.
you serious?
My sources
Wait, you didn't say anything? What the f...
My sources tell me that you've been at neither the school track nor even the pool. So I'd like to know if you have taken up exercising as I asked.
They banned me from the track because I'm too good. Not Kevin.
Yes,
And
that's true.
The pool, I'm Jesus, I walk on water. Of course I have it. But his way of inquiring gives me the feeling that I should have been running my ass off on track since the very first day. So, let's cut the bullshit here. You have people spawn on my ass?
Yeah. Not as much. I just happen to know a few people. But that's not the issue here. So don't
Yeah.
try to slip out of it.
Yeah. Well, I was actually doing some improvised weightlifting as an exercise.
Yo, Rin is our
I
spy.
pick up and lift the can up and down a few times like some sad imitation. Are you serious?
Yes.
The stupid grin disappears from his face for a second. Then comes back like it was never gone.
Tezuka, would you give us a
Oh,
second?
shit.
Oh, he's about to go in.
He's getting serious. He's going in. Yo, he's going in. He's going in. The nurse grabs my shoulder. Okay. He's gonna be able to give us a public ass whipping. Get ready for it. Now waiting for Rin's permission, which he didn't need in the first place, and drags me aside.
When I told you to exercise, I wasn't
Is this
joking. I
This is the
understand
only
that
sprite he's not smiling in.
I understand that you are still on your first week and all, but please don't ignore the importance of this. The reason I'm coming down this hard on you is that habits are not easy to form. The more you slip and postpone, the harder it'll be. It's the same with everything, like dieting. Can you promise me to be more serious about this from now on? Yes, fine,
Oh,
whatever.
that's easy. Yeah. You kidding me? Yeah, I promise.
I don't want to die early.
Definitely. He studies me for a moment, and then shrugs, smiling again.
Okay, that's more like it. If you go
So
to the
I think he
school
would have
track
actually...
tomorrow Oh. If you go to the school track
I
tomorrow
think he'll
morning-
actually...
What-
Yo, Ken, I just realized it.
What? What?
So if he said no, he would have actually gotten angry with us.
Oh.
That's his true colors.
That's where we first die, from him. If you go to the
Anyways.
school track tomorrow morning, you'll meet my spy, who probably has no qualms offering consultation to you if you want to jog a bit.
Consultation.
We're gonna meet Emmy. See you around.
He leaves with a wave of his hand and no answer. I walk to Rin, who's been waiting idly, leaning against the hallway wall, staring at the pale, lighting fixtures on the ceiling. Even when I approach, she doesn't move her eyes off him.
Are you getting medications for your heart thingy?
We're listening?
She was here.
It comes out more accusatory than I intended. accidentally lashing out on her. But even so, I don't really want to start talking about it. I just met her. I don't know her. And it's none of her business. The nurse seems to be happily ignorant about confidentiality too. Talking about that kind of thing in public. It's not Rin's fault, is it? I look up at her, suddenly feeling a little bit guilty. Rin is staring past my shoulder quizzically, her head tilted like a bird. I don't know why this is so hard for me. It feels like there is some inexplicable lock that prevents me from being more upfront about this. Yeah, from my heart.
Will they make you better?
No.
Watch her lay down the truth and be like, you're gonna die anyway.
It just make me feel a little less worse. Rini keeps looking at me for a while longer, and she neither says anything further nor displays any kind of emotion I can discern. I'm thankful she doesn't, because I think I'm still not quite used to all this. At the hospital it was easy, but I still haven't sorted my feelings about having to live a normal life with this disability. Leave the main building and Rin leads us onwards toward the dorm. Wait, let me fix this. Alright, there we go. We stop at a small patch of greenery in front of the dorm building. The dorm is built on the slightly elevated ground, with a wall and a few trees that everyone has to circle around every time they go. It's probably the only inconvenient design in the school. The entire wall, made of the same kind of bricks as the building itself, has been covered with some sort of painting. Most of it is still mere sketches, quick lines drawn with black and white against the gray, plastering that covers almost the entire length of the wall, but some places look a bit more finished. There are human faces and legs and hands, and I can't quite say what the painting as a whole might portray. Stacks of what seems to be paint cans are arranged in piles on the ground beside the wall.
See, the left side is hardly off the ground yet. It's because I couldn't get in the mood yesterday, so I gave up and went to meditate instead. Then it was suddenly morning.
Meditate, you fellas.
I have to work on it, but the guys from art class are helping with the negative spaces and base surfaces whenever, which is a problem. It's easier to paint big areas if there are a lot of people with hands. The reach is better and it's faster too.
She goes on a tangent of a tangent, waving a little with her arm, or whatever it is actually there, to demonstrate, even though I got the point already. The white cotton of her sleeve flaps around, and it makes me think it can look sadder than it does. It makes me feel out of place, like almost every tangible reminder of the student base's special properties has in the past few days. This girl doesn't notice any dreary feelings, of course, or the fact that she lost me a while ago already, and keeps on blabbering.
So that's why I'm trying to figure out if there is something I need to figure out, and then figure that out before it's too late.
I'm gonna move right past that. Why would the hope be lost?
Because paint has to be painted, and then it has to dry, and then it has to be painted over with another kind of paint.
What she just said, like, that's the most confusing thing I've seen in this visual line. She finally stops, apparently thinking she made some kind of statement that makes sense. I think it's best to start from the top. This is your project. You did this?
Yes, saw that.
No. Never say that again. All of it? No.
Yes.
Nice, but I stumble my words, suddenly feeling like I've walked straight into the minefield of political incorrectness.
It's okay. You can say it. I probably won't get mad.
I blush really hard. I don't really mean to, but I don't really know what would be the right thing to say, if any. It feels that I'm way more sensitive than Rin is, though.
Just say, how about a high five?
This is really awkward.
Don't you want to ask?
Where are your hands at? And how do you paint without them?
See, I'm an easy person to talk to, right? With my feet.
Dumb dirt ass Twinkle toes that.
You use that to eat too?
You know, I almost guessed that already. Yeah, actually, why she has the mechanical arms like Emmy, who has mechanical legs? What?
Either she didn't want it or they don't exist yet.
But the feet sweat. It's on the floor and it's disgusting. And how does she wash it?
Lunch breaks. Oh, she takes a
Low
break
key,
to
the
eat
most
her
disgusting
sandwich.
girl. I almost guessed that already, but isn't that hard to do?
You're good at guessing. Anyway, I don't think it is, but maybe I'm used to it now.
I can't get my mind around the fact that she could be an artist, but seeing how adept she was by using her feet to eat, I figure painting might not be much of a problem either. Neither of us has anything more to add to the subject.
The afternoon light works pretty well. I was afraid it would look too flat, but it's not like that after all. I think it's actually pretty interesting. I wanted to see what it looks like in dim light. Do you think it's flat?
What the fuck are you talking about? Well, paintings tend to be flat.
Not like that flat. You know, flat. Like some people are no substance, no meat, where there should be some. I know a few girls who... Oh, darn it.
Making fun of me? Okay, I get it. But I couldn't really tell. I'm not that good with art. I can't name artists or artistic terms at all. So I don't really have anything to say.
Useless.
Rin shrugs her shoulders at that, saying suit yourself without saying it, and looks up at the sky as if trying to look for something up there.
I didn't think I'd get any work done, but if you give me a hand with the paints, I could do a little before it's too dark.
See, now, why'd you emphasize hand?
I wanted to get a halogen lamp like the ones they have at the sports track, but there aren't any.
Rin sure is quick to recruit my help, as with Shizune. It really makes me feel that the festival is such a big project that every pair of hands is needed.
Why did you emphasize hand?
I literally copied you. Why not? I'm not really sure I can be any of help though.
It's just mixing some paint. You could do that, probably. Do you have motor control problems? Like, you know, those people who have
So
some?
red and blue paint make black, or wait, no. Wait. Yellow and red make lavender. And I give up.
What are you saying? Cerebral palsy, maybe.
I'm trying to remember from second grade what color you get when you mix
I only
color.
know red and blue make purple. That's all I got.
Oh, not that I know of.
I get it. Heart thingy has nothing to do with that.
You're giving me a sly look for no reason. No, it doesn't.
Let's do it then.
What's my job? You didn't even tell. So she sits on an empty wooden box and very naturally picks up a wide brush between the toes of her bare right foot. She was walking with no
Lunch break.
I open a few of the cans and pour some of the contents into shallow bowls for mixing. Thick paints flow lazily from the can to the bowl like syrup. I mix them, creating funny, hypnotic-looking swirl patterns that melt quickly into each other to form a new monotone hue. Rin sets to work every now and then, asking me for a hand with something or the other. Finding different brushes is easy enough, but mixing the paints to be the exact tone this girl is apparently seeking in her head is a frustrating ordeal. She wants precision down to the last milliliter before she is satisfied, but her instructions are obscure at best.
Hello there. Add half a splash of green.
Now, do you mean turquoise green, dark green, regular green? I crouched down to pick up the can of bright green. How'd you know it was bright green? The other green. You see? You see? What I tell? I carefully pour some of the other green paint. Now, what is the other green paint?
No, that's almost a whole splash. More white. Is
Now we
green a
need
good
white.
color to add?
You asking me? You the artist here. Why do you
yes.
smile like that?
Smiles to save
Hit a
lives.
smile. No, it doesn't. Yes. No.
Do you lack an opinion?
Yes. Yes. It's just that I have no
Hurt
idea.
me with your words. It's okay, because I just got an idea. Add more white.
With this exclamation, I pour a minuscule amount of white into the bowl and mix it. It looks slightly whiter.
That's not good. It has to be like the color when you wake up and you know that you saw the meaning of life in your dream, but
Now,
can't
how the
remember it.
fuck
What are you saying to me?
is white a part of the...
Maybe it's yellow.
So you want a bright yellow, dark yellow, the little taxi yellow, or a school bus yellow? What you got? Despite the impossibility of mixing a color like change of seasons or any other nonsense that's being imposed on me, I found myself enjoying it more than I thought I would. No. Seeing a painting be born on the plaster wall feels like magic. I spend the moments I have between mixing paints crouching down on the paving and looking at her work. It feels slightly intrusive at first, like breaking some imaginary intimacy, but Rin doesn't seem to mind the least bit. Maybe it's just in my head. Her entire presence emits a completely different air as she paints, patiently works the details, adding layers of paint on top of other layers of paint, steadily moving her foot across the wall to add new shapes. When I manage to produce a passable mixture of paint, the rare smile on her face is oddly rewarding.
Yeah, smiles to save lives.
No, it's not. Apart from the few words when discussing paint mixes, neither of us says a word for the longest time. Kevin, I really hope you get the bad ending.
Yo, how long is chapter 1? How many chapters are in this game?
Like
I believe we haven't
13.
finished chapter 1. Oh, really? Dang.
We're only on one.
This is gonna be a long one. I don't mind. It's just that, wow.
Oh, it's gonna be over like 30 episodes, so.
Yeah. Alright then.
And even those short discussions soon evolve into a shorthand, both of us developing and using weird impromptu code words for various paints and what is impromptu? Impromptu. It's me, Bambo.
I miss Bambo. He was better than the professor from Insurgents.
Yeah, he really was. He really was. As if there was some need to conserve words and breath and sound. Are you kidding me?
It fades to black.
All day. Where's Hanako?
Hey,
You stay there late
have
in
to
the
do my
evening
homework.
until it becomes too dark. Did we die?
did we actually do that the whole day?
Painting is not my forte.
No, we did. I didn't do my homework.
I awoke to my death. The sound of an alarm pulls me from a fitful slumber in the unpleasant state of wakefulness. Life is my death, and as I linger under the blanket for a few minutes, gathering energy to rise up while making excuses as for why I already have it. Honestly, I wouldn't mind staying here all day. So, you're becoming Kevin, don't do it.
Yeah, please.
School is surprisingly exhausting after a long pause, and the culture shock still has not faded, I think. Still, despite getting the impression that skipping class is easy here, I don't think they are going to let me away that easily. And the nurse is bound to keep breathing down my neck with the talk of exercising as well. So eventually I do rise up, swallowing the morning medications and putting on my soccer clothing. Thanks to my condition, I was exempted from taking part in gym classes at Yamaku, so I didn't get issued with a gym outfit. You got a gym like that? No, it makes sense. Now we don't bomb with Kenji. Yes, yes.
Yo, I hope Kenji's there. I
No,
miss him. Where's that dude?
no, forget him. I ordered some to cover such a contingency. Wearing my old soccer clothes is kind of installed. If someone can like, if Guy 127, if you can put Kevin and Kenji and like make them into one being, like a fusion. I want to see what that is. I can't use them for that anymore. So maybe they can get a new life this way. A bit like me. After all, if I'm going to start taking care of myself, I can't afford to slack around. I'll start from the basics. Basics will include keeping the rest of my body in shape along with what little I can do to strengthen my heart. Maybe then I can go back to something approaching a normal life, or at least something where I'm less likely to fall dead at any minute.
Alright, James, I'll be right back. Do some dialogue.
Well, I'm not surprised. So, I'm surprised to discover that I'm not the only one present at the track. Not just that, but it's a face I've seen before. The prosthetic-legged girl who bowled me over in the hallway yesterday is running on the track playfully, like a half-mechanical gazelle. What was her name again? It was a short one, but I can't remember. She seems to be running laps at some uneasy lope, her prosthetic legs clacking rhythmically on the hard track surface. I wonder what reason she has for running this early in the morning. Maybe it's just something akin to mine, and the nurse is oppressing the poor girl to jog, like he is oppressing me. I certainly wouldn't be here if it weren't for my health, and it's prompting me to do so. And with even with things like being they are, it's only because I wanted to get out of the way this early. The fact that I would be less likely to encounter someone who will witness my pitiful attempts to get in shape was merely a happy accident. I'd leave. It seems my forward assailant noticed me on the last lap. She waves at me cheerfully and jogs over. Hey.
Hello?
Good morning. Your name's Sal, right?
Hey, didn't I tell
She
you to do some
grins,
dialogue?
seemingly pleased that she'd remembered my name.
Hey, stop moving.
You may not remember me. Emmy, you know I knocked you over the hall yesterday? Miss Ibarazaki. She imitates Misha imitating Shizune, failing to get the same kind of subdued lilt into her high-pitched voice. How could I forget such a blunt introduction? Emmy has the tendency to look vaguely apologetic for the moment before giggling. Yeah, sorry about that. Again. Well, so long as you don't make a habit out of it, it's supposed to be fine. Great. I'm not sure she realized I was joking. So the spy consultant the nurse was talking about was actually you. That's right.
I was right.
Oh. I was expecting something from the nursing staff, to be honest. What?
Shush.
You
This
think
is my
I
life.
look like to be a
Stop.
spy?
Stop talking.
No. This is more like a relief. I was afraid he could have someone watch my every move. Unless you're here to do exactly that. No,
I'm here for my own reasons.
The
nurse just asked me if I had seen a messy-haired transfer student who looks like he's kind of lost around the track.
So why are you down here? Let me strike a dramatic pose.
Training.
Training? For what?
For what?
Track.
Track. I see. You're on the track team.
You're on the
then.
track team then.
Emmy nods enthusiastically.
Yeah,
Yep,
I'm one of the
I'm
better
one of the better
runners
runners too. And modest about it too. Hey, you should join up. It's good exercise, you know? I think that much activity is probably out of the question for me. Man, I'm not even sure that I really like running all that much. Plus, I'm not into organized sports, you know? It's true, I never really got into that much soccer. I mean, I'd run out with friends and all, but that was really the only reason I ever played. It wasn't for the glory to be found on the field, that's for sure. Emmy seems to understand my meaning. I see. Not the whole organization thing. But now that you're here, I guess we're going to run together, huh?
What?
Sure, I guess. Emmy seems pleased. Are you going to warm up?
Warm up?
Real men don't
Real
warm
men
up.
don't warm up.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You should warm up.
Bat is out. Bat?
Yep, bat.
She scolds me enthusiastically, then smiles and leans closer.
I hate warming up too. She laughs suddenly. Heck, and I don't even have to stretch my legs. As if to confirm her statement, she bounces up and down a couple of times, giving a passionate impression.
Standing on her legs. Her leg blades seem to be quite elastic.
Let's go.
I take off the track, and I can immediately see that she wasn't lying about being.
Emmy moves fluidly, throwing herself into the run with a
I found myself
hard hand spread, right? And something about hitting on the balls of your feet rather than feet. Try to match my stride techniques is pretty difficult. Apparently, I'm not very good at it. I'm really feeling up to more than a couple laps today.
I'm not really feeling it.
Emmy keeps running and doesn't seem to notice I've stopped until she passes
She
the
quickly
second time.
skids to a halt, breathing steadily in contrast to my
Finish
own
already?
semi-gasping
I
demeanor.
hang my head ruefully.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not in a very
I'm
good
not really
shape right
good
now.
shape right now.
Emmy
Emmy
nods and
nods
grins
and
at
then
me
grins at me
again.
again.
She seems to be doing a lot of smiling. The
I'll
important thing
keep
is you
that in
started,
mind,
right?
but I think right
Next
now I'm
time,
going to
you
get
have to
ready for
keep
class. Shouldn't
longer and
you?
longer and you'll
Emmy
be great.
shrugs unconcernedly. Nah, I've got plenty of time. I noticed that she's not wearing
I
a
noticed that she's not
watch.
wearing
Are
a
you
watch.
sure?
Are you sure?
Another class careless
Not really,
shrug.
but I've got to
Not
finish my
really, but I've got
routine.
to finish
See
my
you later,
routine.
Sal.
Okay, let's
See
stop
ya.
doing this. We're
I'm not
confusing
sure where the
ourselves.
mother
Stop it. Stop. I'm gonna
was
close your call.
failure.
I'm gonna close your
I
call.
admit I was doing slightly. It's my line.
Hello?
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 I think he's gone.
Hello?
And like Emmy said, I have to keep at it in order to get better, right? Practice makes perfect or something like that. It's nice to feel at least that I've taken some semblance of control over my own health. I have to try to keep this up. I head back to the dorms to wash and change into my uniform, trying to resist the urge to take a really long and hot shower. I'm tired from all the running. I just want to unwind. But I don't want to break my slowly building routine of getting to school before the morning rush.
Kenji. He's
Not the
gonna be in here.
bathroom. No, 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 no. He's naked. Don't do it. No. After a long hot shower, anyway. If I see naked Kenji, you're voicing the rest of this. I'm done. I got out of the stall to put on my clothes. Oh my god. Out of nowhere, shadow appears at the. I'm done. I'm putting it down.
What are you doing here? What the flam? You scared me. What's the problem? I should be asking you that. I've been looking for you all over the place, man. What do you mean all over the place? I want to ask if he's been looking for me like that, stark naked, but hold my tongue back. James really left. I finally realize I'm still naked too and quickly hold up my shirt in front of me. But Kenji doesn't seem to notice a thing. We have to have Kenji in episode. His glasses are fogged up, but then why doesn't he wipe them off? Is his vision so bad it's like he's perpetually seeing through fog? You know, your room and... yeah, that's it. Hey, I mean, I still had to get up though. Whatever. It's not important. Can I borrow some money? He puts on an innocent face and looks away, trying very hard to look very casual. It doesn't work. He's as transparent as his window pane-sized glasses. Talking neutrally like this, wearing nothing, feels awkward. Actually, somehow, it's even more awkward to be naked in front of someone when they can't see me being naked, to say nothing of the fact that he's naked as well. I try to brush the feeling off with little success. Money, sure. Awesome. Wait, why do you need it? Can't you just give it to me because I had the goodwill not to run through your pockets while you were in the shower? I could have, but I exercised restraint. And in the end, isn't it the thought that counts? Come on, be a pal. Nope, Kenji is a true kid. He has transcended beyond other characters. This makes no sense. If it's the thought that counts, I should withhold payment, since his thoughts were so clearly impure, and his intentions are probably even more sinister, since he can't tell me what they are. I say as much to him. I'm offended, man. But if that is your game, then fine. I guess I have no choice. I want to order a pizza, and I already have most of the cost of the pizza. I need your help for the rest. I get some of that pizza too, right? No. Are you serious?
Why is that the thing I come back to? Oh my god.
Yeah, I would give you some, but you have class. You don't have time to eat pizza. What about you? I'm not going to class. I have to wait for the pizza and pay the guy and then eat it. It's not easy. You have to obtain the pizza stealthily. If you don't, everyone will see you in the pizza and they will ask for a slice. It's a hard world out there. Everyone wants a piece. Then you're left pizzaless in an unforgiving world. It's happening before. That's how I know. Every day I plan my vengeance, so that when the people who wronged me ordered a pizza, I will be there, ever vigilant. Hello? Are you alive?
Kenji strikes a dramatic pose, completely without wait, I blocked this, right? Wait. Options.
Block what?
Disable adult. I don't want to disable it.
If you...
I don't want that leaf to disappear.
Just enjoy the moment, man.
No, or what is wrong with you?
But yeah, I only need like 400 yen, which is $4, people. Please, you're my only hope. I can go outside and buy my own pizza. It's too far. I try not to go out unless it's absolutely necessary. Let me tell you what happened the last time I went out
I'm
without
not
cheerfully
interested. Do not
planning it
tell
out
me.
in
Do not
advance.
tell me. I'm not interested.
I was outside. I can't remember
Oh
what
my
I was
God.
doing.
Oh my-
Something standing? Maybe
How do you
wondering
forget
how
that?
I
Oh my-
got there. And then out of nowhere, it happened. Like a flash of lightning splitting the sky like you split a sandwich.
Splitting the sky!
Equal pieces to make it more manageable to hold and eat. A bird crapped on my head. It was the second most shocking moment of my life. What was the first? Oh, he asked the same question.
What? He ignores me. He keeps going. I want to grab him and kill him. Is he just trying to keep momentum? I'll go with that. I mean, it's more likely he didn't just hear me.
His first was being born. It was like in the opening to some kind of anime show.
Oh, no,
You know
no,
how
no,
there
I'm
is
skipping
always
this.
a part where the main dude is fighting his rival and they fly at each other and clash swords and they're like big dramatic colored auras and zoom. It was like that, but with poop.
Okay.
So yeah, I need some money, please. Don't leave me hanging, man. I don't.
He changed the
I
amount.
only need like 1,000 yen. Didn't he say 400? Oh my goodness.
I thought it was for.
Okay. I'll pay you
What?
back. I swear.
You better. That's what it means to borrow stuff. He's not paying us back.
I don't know when I'll be able to pay you back.
You have 1 week. Kenji winces and makes a noise like a dying cow, a particularly disturbing fact given that his baton is conducting freely. I don't want to know this.
You're not supposed to be so tight-ass about money being between brothers in arms, man. Men have it
Nigga,
bad
you
enough
ducked
as
in
it
the
is.
room.
Do you know what male dumbos don't only make about half of what female
Porn
individual
star?
dumbos
What is
make?
wrong with you? Why would you?
I'm
Your
trying to keep
censorship
this
is whack.
child-friendly.
No, it's not. What is it? Is this child friendly? This child friendly, huh? This child friendly. Child friendly. Look at this dumbass. Child friendly. It doesn't mean anything unless you're a porn star.
So maybe
So
I
I am a
am a
porn star.
blamlo on the side, struggling to make ends meet as I fight the feminist agenda. And you can't even spot me
done.
your crumbs, you blim blum. Nobody
Wouldn't
understands.
feminists be
Nobody.
against pornography? Exactly. What the fuck?
Kenji
This
just keeps
feminist agenda
contradicting
stuff
himself.
again?
I love this guy.
No, you
This stuff is
don't.
important.
He's
I can
trash.
see
He's
that
the
you
worst
don't give a
character.
blim blom, but this is serious here.
You don't give a
Feminists are a
shit.
dangerous enemy, make no mistake. You take them lightly and you'll wake up in the morning with a knife in your back. Bam, out of nowhere.
So you say knife, but you censor shit. You're the worst thing. He's worse than Natsuki. How do you wake up in the morning if someone's stabbing you in your sleep?
Female individuals are terrible at
Woman.
stabbing things.
Idiot. I thought you just said you don't see it. What the fuck?
Well, I mean, I don't take them lightly for the big things. Individually, they're not a threat, but if there are some kind of war, like
can't
a
understand
big
this
war,
nigga.
with
I
men
just
on one
decoded that.
side
You
and the
can't
feminist
understand
forces on
the
the
language.
other, it would be pretty ugly. And that day will come when the feminists come out of their central top secret worldwide feminist headquarters and say, it's on now,
motherfucker. You know, you're being ridiculous. There's no worldwide feminist headquarters building. Where would they even hide that? Hide that. I don't know. I mean, it'd have to be massive. You couldn't hide that on Earth. Someone noticed a big fortress with women only in it.
Who said it was on Earth? Yo, his conspiracy theories. Tell us more.
Turn away from
Tell us
Kenji
more.
and practice frowning faces in a mirror so that I can figure out what kind of frown will best express my emotion. He can't see me from the distance. Which unfortunately means he's keep on. I bet if I leave the room, he's not gonna notice I'm gone.
Yeah, there is a war going on. A war not many know about, but it's a great one that will one day boil over and encompass all of the known world. And we will have to pick sides. We will have to make a stand. In fact, it's happening right now. Imagine it, the bloody battlefield, a vicious conflict without end. I almost gave up, but I thought this cause was silly. When I grew tired of the bleakness of our fight, when I mistook the time, the power went out for a feminist raid and thought the end was near. But then I
So
realized
you
that
say
if I give
feminist, but
up,
you censor women.
it
You're
would
the
all be
you're so
over. And I was
trash.
like,
You're
whoa!
awful.
And I knew I had
And
to
the,
get serious because I am the last sane man in an insane world. It's about duty.
it must be a pretty crappy movement if all hinges on one naked guy ranting on. Thank God I have the
What?
disable audio adult
What?
content, cause like,
Yeah.
oh my God,
So, can I have the money? Just look at him and tell me
no.
why I'd make that voice.
He's blocking the way out. It's getting cold because I'm still naked, and I want to go to class. No, I agree to spot. No, you're not getting it back.
Awesome.
Wait, why you
Thanks,
mentioned
my
bowling?
dude.
Why
we
you
can go bowling
Vanel?
later on. We're not going bowling. We are never hanging
Bowling?
out. Kenji.
I really hope you don't hang out with him. I really
Yeah,
hope.
it's the ultimate sport. There are almost no women bowling. Bowlers
No woman bowlers.
Make it
No.
also the manliest sport. Should I wear my pink bowling shirt with matching shoes
No.
or a pastel green with flower accents?
They're bowling clothes.
Maybe.
Anyway, you better pay me back.
I can pay you back in stuff, right? Stuff.
I'll pay you back in your death. I have time to ask him the elaborate on what his life is worth. I don't know. I have to get to class. I'm kind of in the way.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't want to hold you up, and I have some stuff to do myself. The time has come.
What? For what?
I just like saying that. Okay, now the
What
time
the
has
fuck?
really come.
For what?
I have to use the bathroom. Get out of it.
I was going to. What does that mean? It's a big bathroom.
So, I have to be alone or I can't go. The pressure.
You know, this really is Kevin. He's super paranoid about everything. This is Kevin. I'm not joking. Okay, what if someone else comes in? Dead.
I'll think of something.
I give him my practiced frown, and it looks kind of silly reflected in his glasses. He either doesn't notice or doesn't see anyway. So I get dressed and run back to my room, feeling as though an eternity has passed since I woke up.
I feel violated.
Thank God we don't see him again. That is time I will never get back. I'll get him for this somehow. I knew we were gonna kill him. But right now, I have to get to class. I'm the first person in class today, although I think I'm a little too early. Then again, sitting alone here for 20 minutes sure beats having to suffer that time with Kenji. Yes.
Come on, Kenji's a
Yes.
good dude.
No, he's not. He's trash.
Cool.
No, he's not. He's not.
Don't give him a
He wait. It never specified if he gave him 400 or 1,000 yet. Combination of fatigue, frustration, and boredom starts making me feel very tired. I black out for a second. Waking up, my head hits the surface of my desk. With my forehead, I realize this is as good as a reason as any to stay up for now. Stop coming to class so early later. Eventually, I hear a tapping noise outside in the hallway, and Lily's tall figure appears in the doorway. What are you doing here? You're not in this class.
We're gonna see Hanako.
Must have had some other business. He's looking for Hanako. Yeah, we didn't see Hanako in 1 hour and 13 minutes. Come on. Lily stops the door, looking hesitant as if she was a vampire who can't come in unless invited. I consider doing so because she looks rather lonesome standing there. She steps in on her own accord, though, after straightening her skirt and shirt collar, as it was the importance of looking prim when entering our classroom. Excuse me. She calls into the quiet classroom with a probing, delicate voice. I realize the silence might unnerve her because of her blindness, so I break it. Morning, Lily. Sal? Good morning. I didn't hear you come in.
I was here before you.
I wonder if she thinks it's suspicious I didn't say anything to her before. It's likely. If I were to tell too big of a lie now, it would sink me. Well, I was already here, just asleep until now. Oh, have you seen Hanako today by any chance? No. She seems to come in only just before the bell rings, or after that. Do you want me to tell her Something for you? No, it is fine. It's strange, but I think we're the only two people in the school right now. I didn't hear anyone else on my way here.
Kenji killed them all.
Yo, Kenji somehow from the bathroom. When Kenji laid that hot deuce. Killed every female. Oh my god. I shouldn't have gotten up so early today, I guess. You're chastising yourself for doing something that other people should. Punctuality is a good thing. At least, I think so anyway. It's a very busy morning today. The festival is coming up soon, and today is the deadline for registration, budget reports, and any other official paperwork. It could be that everyone is trying to complete the necessary forms at the last minute. Maybe that's why it's so quiet today. Oh no.
Yep, Misha. Hi.
Doesn't Shizune and Lily like not like each other? Well, actually, no. Shizune hates everyone except Misha, and I guess us. Misha pops in the room Shizune as if on cue, shouting with a loudness that makes glass shatter.
Gonna do some hand signs. Hi, Hee-chan.
Bye.
Look, it's the class representative. Hello. She hasn't
Lily
done
smiles.
Laugh for this whole episode.
Thank God. Yo, that's the best thing. Yo, she's changing. Oh my god, that's character development. That's the definition of character development. Dropping bad habits. Lily smiles, probably amused by Misha's or Shizune's use of the word. Look. Good morning.
Oh, they don't have beef then? Of course, you're not the representative of this class, right?
Oh, here we go.
Right?
Here we go.
What's going on?
I'm not. Lily seems a little more guarded in her answers to Shizune than she was with me the other day. I guess they really don't get along at all.
Uh-oh.
What happened before I came here,
They're
man?
smiling with each other, but nope. Maybe she's just too strict with everyone. She doesn't build relationships well. I don't know.
Then I realized that Lily might actually not know Shizune is present, and she's trying to detect whether or not she is, to know who she is talking to. For all she knows, she's talking to Misha, but knowing that she and Shizune are practically inseparable, she might expect Shizune being the one who actually talks. Damn! How complicated. I decided to help Lily out for my own peace of mind more than anything else. You're here early, Shizune. Oh, I see what we did. Oh, that's pretty smart. That's pretty smart.
Yeah. You were here even earlier than us.
Misha puffs out her cheeks angrily. Why is she getting angry? You feel emotions on Shizune's behalf too? Yeah, seriously, what? It's not that weird though. That Shizune doesn't like my little comment. It's true. I was here earlier than them. So me saying something like that could definitely be misinterpreted as anything. Especially to Shizune. Doesn't have the benefit of hearing own to God's intent. Before I can start weighing whether or not I should apologize, Shizune has already moved on.
Class rep! It's a good thing you're here. We have to talk. Uh-oh. The festival is coming up in 3 days, right? Every other class has already handed in their projected budget report.
No! I was skipping it.
Even the first year.
There is still time to hand it in, isn't there?
Today. The deadline is today. You're certainly taking your time, aren't you? If I had it my way, I'd have all of your necessary paperwork days ago. But someone had to say the deadline. Please extend it. Uh-oh.
Yes, that was me. Planning something on this scale is not a small task, and a week is too small a time frame to expect a whole class to work out such a complex issue completely.
Do you want to know what's harder than disturbing the fundings for one class event? Handling the same matter for every class in this school, and then some. The one who does that is me.
Misha puts her hands on her hips and stands up straight. Wow, is she really getting into this role or what? Lily doesn't look like she's very amused either. What?
Well, for some reason, every time when I think about, like, Misha, like, is the projection of Shizune, right? What if Shizune like gets into a cat fight or something?
Gone.
Would she use Misha like as her stand or something, and then like Misha
Yeah.
will go out and fight for her? Just imagining it, like watch them just confront each other right now, and Misha's going in.
Oh my god.
Okay, where are
Hey
we?
Shizune, aren't you being a little too hard on her? There's still a whole day left. Please, Isao. I do believe it's alright. Lily seems happy I'm taking her side, but a bit conflicted that I might not think she can take care of herself. If this is about the budget, then I'm disappointed you think I've forgotten about it. I understand how important it is.
Then, can I have it, please?
Shizune, she might not have it on her at this exact second.
Oh, we're standing up for her.
It's not here right now. I asked 2 students to take care of it for me. Students from my class. In particular, Kenji. Oh my god. Yo, I'm gonna hate when we go onto the Lily route. And then we have to deal with Kenji.
Kenji's in her class?
No, Kenji's her brother.
How do you know that?
Do you not see the last names?
You pay attention
Lily
to that?
Setao,
Not.
Kenji Setao.
Oh, wow. You really pay attention to stuff, do you? Wow.
You're an idiot. You will.
I didn't pay attention. There's a lot of names here. I don't really know the last name, just the first, really. Hello? Hello? Did he die?
I'm right here.
Then go.
I was just saying, I'm not gonna like when Kenji just shows up in her like, your last battle is me, Hisao. She emphasizes the last sentence, much to my surprise. She knows about Shizune and Misha's efforts to roll me into the student council. I guess word must have gotten around, so now she's using me as ammo against Shizune. This just gets better and better.
It was your responsibility. A budget report isn't something you should be delegating away. As class rep, it's your job to be on top of things. This kind of disregard for proper procedure is really just terrible.
I do believe they completed it, though. Being capable of doing so, but the students have been sick recently, so they cannot come to school and give it back to me. If you want, I will apologize on their behalf for getting sick.
Okay. How?
Although Misha misses Lily's little jab entirely, Shizune doesn't, and she seems torn about being offended by Lily's daring and jumping for joy at the prospect of a challenge.
Lily, don't they live here at the school? That's a 5-minute walk, you know. What could they possibly have that prevents them from taking 5 minutes out of their busy lives to drop off something that will affect the enjoyment of their entire class?
Lily opens her mouth to say something, but Shizune closes the gap between them and starts signing furiously, doing the Naruto signs and waving her hands around like an orchestra conductor. Misha tries her best to convey the same passion, but she can't seem to lose her normal cheerful tone. The result is interesting and somewhat surreal.
And what's with that attitude? I said that it's not something you should be delegating away. Are you the class representative or aren't you? Tell me the names of those 2 students. They should have your job if you can't even handle something this simple yourself. Dang. Man, she's
One
really
form isn't the full
mean.
extent of what I'm supposed to take care of. Lily's tone is growing slightly impatient, but she is doing a good job of not letting Shizune see how unsettled she's becoming. She's playing her cards close to her chest. Shizune, on the other hand, wraps her fingers cheerfully along the edge of her glasses, knowing Lily can neither hear nor see how excited she is.
Of course, you do so much, class rep. It must be so difficult being you.
Lily tightens her lips at Misha's words, clearly understanding the intent behind them, even though Misha delivers them without even a hint of the sarcasm which they were meant to have.
I'm so
Shizune and
glad we
Lily
decided
don't
to hang
like
out
each
with the
other.
others last episode.
That much is clear. But this seems a little too much. It seems Lily has had enough and is ready to push back. What the?
Oh shoot! Yo, send out your Pokemon.
I was actually just discussing the budget report before you came by. You must be very talented to have finished all your student council duties so quickly that you have to track me down to make sure I don't forget my own.
Are you accusing me of slacking off? It seems like you're confusing me with yourself.
Wait. 1 hour, 25 minutes, 15 seconds. I'm sound clipping that. I don't think so. That would be a very difficult thing for me to do, comparing myself to you.
You're right. The difference between us is like heaven and hell.
And it's not hard to guess which one you might represent.
Oh.
The air between them ripples with the heat of their enmity. What? Well, not really. They can't disguise it anymore, though. Even Misha looks like she's beginning to understand. Oh my, Misha, you're so slow, bro. Shout out to the Pokemon.
Ichan, don't you slack off either. Yo, don't put me into this. Get away.
Nigga, I'm not even in the student council.
Aren't you taking part in the festival, Hichan? You are, aren't you? Then, I hope you're going to do a lot more to make sure it goes smoothly than this person.
Here we go again. Oh, well.
Alright,
Final choice of the chapter.
alright, both of them feel like good answers, but... Because I don't want to be wrapped into this, but I don't like how they're bullying Lily, so...
Well, since we're coming to a major decision again, we should pause, and we should look at the girls that we have been introduced to so far. At this point of the game, we have been introduced to every girl in the visual novel that we can possibly date.
And
The 5 girls being Shizune, Hanako, Lily, Emi, and Rin. And I just mentioned them in the order of which you met them, so that, yeah, that was pretty cool. But anyways, so if it wasn't obvious within the past 3 episodes, Kevin and I are most interested in Hanako.
Yes.
However, I'm worried that the other routes might not live up to the expectations we have for Hanako. Ergo, I don't think we should do Hanako's route first. I think she'd be safe for last.
Yes.
So, I'm trying to think.
I was legit gonna play and see who we end up with the first time, and then maybe the other times we can go for the other female individuals. But yeah, if you want to do Hanako last, that's cool. I didn't really think about
Well, the problem, I like Lily, but I don't think... Huh?
The thing is, I'm not gonna try to bring Hanako into this. Let's try to look at Lily only. If we look at the situation, she seems busy. 2 students are sick. I get that they had to bring the thingy to Shizune, but they are sick, and I don't know if Lily's hiding something. Like maybe they have a serious condition. I don't really think so.
Well, the second choice will clearly have us, backing up Lily. It looks like in this situation you can't back up Shizune, and I think that's because our affection with her wasn't high, since we chose to hang out with Hanako and Lily instead.
If we stand up for Lily, they'll know that we are on her side. But if we choose the other option, then we're on nobody's side. We're not.
But that might raise her. I see. I don't want to do Lily either.
Oh, I see where you're going with this.
Hanako is going to be a big part of that route too. So basically, the remaining girls are Shizune, Rin, and Emi.
So I guess we're going with Shizune right now, right? Well, not now, but like good choice. No.
I'm going with the first one.
I mean, like nothing. So yep, we're going with this option, guys. Don't drag me into this.
Why am I being dragged into this again? I've done more than enough, I think. If you're angry with Lily, that has nothing to do with me. Now wait just a second, Hazal. Are you implying that the president is more right in scolding me than yourself? Damn! I could have worded that better. No, I don't. But, I mean...
What did you saying, Hee-chan?
It's just that I hardly think it's fair that you could say that, seeing that I've helped you guys.
Uh-oh.
The mood has changed. This is like a showdown between two gunfighters now. Well, it was like that before too, but this time, Shizune's focus is on me. And so is Lily's, though she keeps quiet. I'm afraid I inevitably pissed her off.
I didn't even want to be in this anyway. Are you saying I'm wrong?
What a dangerous situation.
How about
It's too early to argue with you.
come in and help out?
Yes. I think it's unfair of you to get in my case.
Rin? Hee-chan, you want too much, but you have a point. Okay. You're not lazy, Hee-chan.
No. Shizune pushes her glasses up with her thumb, almost approvingly.
Okay, we're good. We're good. That's good. If you're not useless, you shouldn't let anyone say you are. But the next time I
Wait,
say
did we shout
it,
with Shizune?
it'll really be because you are disappointing me like Miss Class Rep here. So don't let this go to your head.
What is wrong with... I'm killing you.
Dang.
Lily takes the jab silently, a venomous visage frozen on her face.
Class Rep, Shi-chan says, don't forget that report, please.
I won't. Would that be all?
Yep.
Then good day to you all.
No, don't leave. I need to know more about
Her
your
voice
brother.
would cut off the air of the classroom in half. It was more tangible. Lily leaves the room, understandably in a bad mood, but still managing to be as poised and calm as usual. Shizune, you really did go a little too far today.
We did. It's true, Shi-chan, just a little.
If I had been expecting Shizune to grudgingly admit I have a point there as well, I think I was expecting too much. She doesn't respond though.
Shi-chan thinks you should mind your own business. Ooh. Hee-chan, you have a few last-minute things to take care of before class. You might be late, so can you please cover for us?
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, okay. Thanks, Hee-chan.
They walk outside even though we only 10 minutes left before the bell will ring, signaling the start of class.
Alright, it's past 1:32.
We can't end without seeing Hanako. So, Hanako doesn't come
I
to
see
the morning class at
Hanako's
all.
name. I see Hanako's name.
Leaving.
So we're doing it. Go. Oh, wait. She doesn't come, though.
I have to tell her that Lily was looking for her if I see her later. After the events of this morning, class is pretty boring in comparison. I turned pages of my textbook lazily. We've been covering the same amount of pages each day, so reading ahead is more or less giving myself a preview of what tomorrow's lesson will be about. The clock in front of the room sounds unbearably loud. The teacher hasn't said anything in over 7 minutes, instead opting to cover the board in rows and rows of equations directly taken from the book. The rhythmic clashing of chalk on the blackboard seems to synchronize perfectly with the ticking of the clock. Why are you close to me?
Why are you like this?
Start to copy down the equations just to pass the time, not noticing Misha's head poking over my shoulder. And so she's almost on top. What is... Get away from me. I try to strike a balance between being quiet enough, not draw attention to myself, but loud enough to draw hers.
What are you doing, Hee-chan?
Panic shoots through me as Misha starts talking at her normal volume, and I sputter out a hasty reply, keeping my voice down despite the fact that she just blew any hope of beating this. She's too loud! Copying down that stuff. What are you doing? Why so loud?
Oh, really? But it's all in the book. That's why no one else is copying it down.
I know, idiot. Why are you so loud?
Why are you so quiet, Hee-chan? It's hard to hear you. Yo, I hope the teacher scolds you.
I look around to see if anyone is noticing our conversation. It's pretty obvious that everyone in the entire damn room has, even the teacher, and even people for another game. Shizune smiles coyly, and I start to wonder if Misha is doing this because she told her to. Because of what happened between her and Lily. Because we didn't take her side. She used Lily's... Misha's loudness against them. He's gonna give her trying to be reasonable, trying to take the middle path. She is way too prideful. Although by now, I should know to expect that kind of behavior from her. Why are you doing this, idiot?
Huh?
Misha is totally oblivious to the awkward stare the teacher's giving both of us. trying to balance her textbook on one feeling. For a brief second, it looks as if things could get ugly, but the teacher simply looks away, as if it's not worth the trouble.
Even Misha scares away the teacher.
I... Pretty sure Misha would scare away Monica too. I guess this is a good thing, and I slumped back in my seat in relief.
Alright, now we should end the episode here. Hanako did not
Where's Hanako?
She didn't show
Yeah,
up.
hold up. The rest
No,
of the
we're
day
not
passes by
continuing.
uneventfully, and this time I'm able to appreciate it. Wait, when the bell rings, I'm not in a hurry, so I stay for a while. Reviewing what we covered in class today. Oh no, I prefer to leave last anyway, so I don't have to deal with crowding in the hallways. I know Shizune and Misha also stay behind, talking to someone from another class. Shizune is signing so fast that her hands making noises like swords cutting through the air. Swatata! Swatata! Misha's trying desperately to keep up, but it's clear she can barely manage to even understand her. I put my head down. Whatever they're discussing, it looks like serious business. Probably way over my head. Not just that, Shizune also seems angry, although it could just be that her normal severity making it appear so. Shizune signs to the point where her wrists crackle, and Misha struggles to spit it out in word form. Sometimes she trips over herself as she's dealing with tongue twisters, and then on top of that, she has to sign back anything the other girl says. Seems like a rough job. Misha looks tired. She's about to faint. Luckily for her, their business is soon finished, and the girls sit down on their seats again. No! No!
I'm so tired.
She's hanging her head limply on her desk, looking exhausted. Festival preparations must be tough for you. Indeed, the people in the school seem to be taking the festival very seriously. Whenever I see people idling around before and after classes, they're always talking about their plans for it. If this shit goes down the Doki Doki path and someone dies on the day the festival is, I'll never forgive you. It's kinda neat to see everyone being so enthusiastic about it. I'm probably the only one who doesn't have something to do. Suni starts signing at me and Misha perks up, looking at her hands while with slightly unfocused eyes. She signs with harsh, heavy, dramatic strokes.
Kagebushi no jutsu.
No! Misha translates her signing into speech for me. She does so well, it's almost like Shizune is actually speaking, transmitting her thoughts directly. Why are we getting sports Shizune time? What?
Well, we're in the student council, you know, so we're pretty busy.
Sarcasm?
Huh?
The tone of Suzune's actions make me think that she's speaking with disdain, but Misha interprets it normally, replacing whatever intent may have been there with her own shepherd twist of things. It's still disorienting. I don't think I'll ever get used to it. Never mind. How could I forget with you two trying to get me to join at least twice a day? Nope.
But Hee-chan, some could say the work is too much. It'd be nice if students
voicing
would show
Misha
a little
was
more
a
support
mistake. I'm
for their
sorry.
leadership. Some appreciation to the ones who are working so hard to make it all possible. James, you wouldn't do her justice. Maybe, for example, a little help.
Bad.
That's asking too much, is it? Yup, help would be appreciated from students like you. If students would show their dedication and school spirit and offer some help, well, I don't exactly need it. But I wouldn't necessarily refuse it. So, it would be nice if someone would...
Wait, what?
Oh, hello.
What's that sprite?
Hanako!
Finally! Finally! And with that,
God
we have
bless.
reached the end of the episode.
She just appears out of the corner again. Next episode, we're gonna see Hanako come in and talk to her.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
every episode we gotta end with Hanako.
Hopefully we can rebuild with Lily, because I like her brother, and I kind of don't want us to... Actually,
Are you kidding me?
I have a strange feeling. You know, I have a strange feeling of... What's his name? Kenji doesn't even care about his sister, since, you know, his ideas. But, yeah, that's the end of it.
He believes that his sister is part of the feminist brigade, so... Bye-bye.
Yeah, that's it. We experienced the Jojo battle, and that's about it.
Kevin, I can't believe you did not pick up on the fact that Kenji is Lily's brother.
I didn't. To be honest, I knew their names, not their family names. I should have paid more attention to that.
Oh my god.
But yeah, that's it. $5 Amazon gift card in the description.
No, it's not.
You know where it is.
Jaden has chipped in and decided to throw in that Nintendo
Look at this.
Switch
Look at the
card
beauty.
for $1.